Hi guys, welcome back. Actually, I was very happy by seeing all your overwhelming response. Thank you so much for that. I'll be really grateful for that. Okay, guys, let's see today's topic, that is present continuous tense. We'll be seeing when to use and what is the sentence structure. I have just written the basic structure here, that is subject plus am is are plus v1 plus ing. So here we'll be using the action word in ing form since it is a continuous tense. So the action will be in process, and we'll be using the helping verb am, is and are. Am should be used with the pronoun I, and is should be used with singular subject, and are should be used with plural subject. Okay, now let's see the situation. The first point is action going on at the time of speaking. So to express something which is happening right in front of you. So the action is in process at the moment. So for that we'll be using present continuous tense. See the example here. She is singing. The boys are playing hockey. So it means it is happening right in front of them at the moment of speaking. Now see the next point. For temporary actions which may not be actually happening at the time of speaking. So this thing is not happening at the moment when you utter, but it is happening during some other time. For example, it may happen for weeks or for months, but it is just a temporary action. For example, you can say share I'm reading Harry Potter. So it means you are reading for a few days. And next thing, he is preparing for IELTS exam. So likewise, to express some temporary action, you can use this present continuous tense. Now the next thing, future plans or arrangements. To express your own future plans or arrangements, what you have decided to do in the near future. What you have decided to do in the near future. See here, we are going to Bangalore next week. So it means you have discussed with your family members and taken a decision. Next thing, I am meeting my parents next month. So it is your plan. So to express your plans and arrangements which is expected to take place in the future, near future, you can use present continuous tense. At this moment, I just want to share another point, that is in simple present tense also I have shared a statement that is to express fixed planned action, that is actually to refer some event which is going to be held in the future. So to express something which is planned and fixed like a timetable, for that we'll be using simple present tense. This is about our own future plans or arrangements. So here we will be using present continuous tense. I hope you got the difference between those two. Now see the next situation, repeated actions. So something which happens again and again. So for that you can use this present continuous. See the examples here. They are always arguing, he is always laughing, Raghav is always complaining. So it is their nature, they used to do these actions again and again. To express such thing you can use present continuous. For example, kids in a family always used to fight with each other, so you can say they're always fighting. So likewise, to express the repeated actions you can use present continuous. So now the other usage, whatever we have seen, that is the basic thing which you need to know, and this is the other usage, to state some current trends. So it means what is happening recently, what is the trend now, you can share using present continuous tense. For example, people are becoming very health conscious nowadays. Ladies are starting YouTube channel recently. Likewise, to state some current trends you can use present continuous. And then to talk about something which is changing, growing, or developing, where the changes take place, or you see some development in it. For such things, you can use present continuous tense. For example, children are growing very quickly, the climate is changing rapidly, the company is producing good results. So likewise, when you see some changes or growth or development, you can use present continuous tense to express that. Now let's see the sentence structure. I have come out with affirmative, negative, and interrogative, and see the basic thing. Subject plus am is are plus be1 plus ing, and negative structure, after the helping verb you will be adding not. And interrogative, as I stated earlier in simple present tense, the same structure will be followed: helping verb, subject, and the action, that is the verb. And for WH question word, helping verb, subject, and the verb. So this is the structure for all the tense. Yes or no type always begin with helping verb, then subject, then the action word will be placed, that is verb. And the same way for WH questions, helping verb, subject, and the verb. Okay, now let's see the example. See here, I am planning. I told you already, after the pronoun I, you have to use the helping verb am in present continuous tense. And now see here, negative, I'm not playing. Am I playing? Where am I playing? Now see, with the pronoun you, see this you can be used for referring one person or else many. But we have to use only the plural helping verb or plural form of verb along with this word you. So see here, you are playing, you are not playing, are you playing, where are you playing? And now see here, singular subject he. So we have to use the helping verb is. He is playing, he is not playing, is he playing, or where is he playing? Now see with the plural subject they are playing, they are not playing, are they playing, where are they playing? I hope you understood today's class. Thank you.